Now, this ultimatum to produce a surah similar to the Quran, it is a standing ultimatum. It is an ultimatum that is in existence right now. Up until this time, we are allowed to issue the same challenge, not just to our opponent, not just to our debater, to all of mankind. And we challenge mankind and we say, O mankind who have disbelieved in the Quran, come together, all of you. All of your scientists and your computers and your program managers, come together, all of you. Write computer code, see if you can do it. Do whatever you want, bring your poets, bring your Nobel laureates of the Arabic language. Do whatever you want and bring forth, not the whole Quran, even 10 surahs. Bring forth one surah like the Quran, if you are truthful in your claim that the Quran is not from God. So this is a standing challenge. It is a challenge in effect up until our times. Now, the question that arises is, what is the status of the Quran's miracle vis-a-vis the other miracles that the Prophet ﷺ was given? The Prophet ﷺ was given many miracles. We know he was given so many miracles. Of the miracles that he was given was the fact that he split the moon in half. اقتربت الساعة وانشق القمر. The day of judgment has come close and the moon has been split in half. This is a miracle. He pointed to the moon when the Quraysh challenged him to split it in half. And the moon split in half in front of their eyes. Of his miracles was that on numerous occasions, eyewitness accounts, he took a small quantity of food and he caused it to suffice for hundreds, sometimes thousands. In the Battle of the Trench, one glass of milk was drunk by over 1,500 companions to their fill, each one drinking to his fill. More than 1,500 people drank from one cup of milk, and all of the people reported this. In the Battle of Hudaybiyah, one canister of water sufficed the entire army of 1,400 people, not just to drink, but to do wudu. They did wudu and they drank from one canister of water. On so many occasions, small quantities of food. In the Battle of Tabuk, a few dates, a few pieces of bread were brought in front of the Prophet. He was told, this is all the whole army has. That's all it has. So he dipped his hands in it and he prayed to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and that one plate of food sufficed for the entire army of Tabuk. This is a living miracle. People saw it, people reported it. And there are many more besides these. We don't have time for all of that. The question is though, what is the relative status of the miracle of the Quran vis-a-vis the other miracles that he was given? And the response, the Quran is the ultimate miracle of our Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. It is such a miracle that all the other miracles are considered trivial and inconsequential compared to the Quran. In comparison to the Quran, all of the other miracles become inconsequential. Because the Quran is so powerful, so bright, so blinding, that no matter how bright the other miracles are, when you have the sun, the stars become useless. They are stars, beautiful, magnificent, but when the sun comes out, of what use is the stars? So the Prophet ﷺ was given numerous miracles, but there is one miracle that eclipsed all the other miracles, and that is the miracle of the Quran. And we know this by many, many verses and ahadith. And of the ahadith which shows us the miracle of the Quran, hadith in Sahih Bukhari, that the Prophet ﷺ said, Allah has sent prophets and given them miracles. This is a general rule, it's not only for the Prophet ﷺ. Allah has sent prophets and given them miracles because of which the people believed in him. Because of which the people believed in him. This is why the people believed in the prophets, because of these miracles. And then he said, the only miracle that I have been given. He said the only, even more. But he is saying the only because this one miracle is so grand, so magnificent, that all the other miracles are inconsequential compared to it. The only miracle that I have been given is the revelation that Allah has sent down to me. This Quran. That is my only miracle. And then he said, and because of it, I hope to have the largest quantity of followers on the Day of Judgment. Because of this miracle, I want my ummah to be the biggest ummah. What does that show? What does that tell us? It tells us, listen to this, understand this point. It tells us that the miracle of the Quran is so great that it even eclipses all of the miracles of all of the prophets before the coming of the Prophet ﷺ. He said, because of this one miracle, I wish to have the largest number of followers. What does that mean? It means that this miracle is so powerful, it is so clear and perspicuous in and of itself, that I don't need anything else, and it will cause me to have more followers than all of the other prophets before me. So powerful is the miracle, so potent is the force of the Quran, that the Quran will make my ummah the largest ummah. And that is the truth, is it not? Is not the ummah of the Prophet ﷺ the largest of all ummahs when you look at quality and quantity of practicing people, practicing believers? Not just somebody who says in a book, I'm a Muslim or Christian, somebody who actually believes and prays. There is no question that in terms of actual practice, there are far more practicing Muslims than there are in any other religion on the face of this earth. The Quran gives us faith and stability. It makes us true believers, unlike somebody who says he's a Christian or a Jew or something and he doesn't necessarily believe in that faith. So the Quran is the ultimate miracle of the Prophet ﷺ. Now the question arises, how and why is the Quran the ultimate miracle? How and why is the Quran the ultimate miracle of the Prophet ﷺ? And the response to that is that all of the miracles of the prophets that were before the Prophet ﷺ were temporary miracles. Let me ask you, has anybody seen the splitting up of the Red Sea? Did anybody witness that? Were any of you there? I hope nobody says yes, or else we're in trouble. Nobody was there, correct? Did anybody witness the resurrection of the dead by Jesus Christ? No. Did they happen? Yes. How do you know? We believe. We believe. We weren't there, I wasn't there, you weren't there. Even the other miracles of the Prophet ﷺ, the splitting of the moon, did I see it? Did you see it? No. So those miracles were miracles to those who saw them. As for those who come after them, we must simply believe. Iman bil ghaib. I believe that my Prophet Muhammad ﷺ, by the blessings of Allah, caused one glass of milk to be drunk by thousands of people. But this is my iman. I cannot prove it. I cannot tell this to a non-Muslim and expect him to believe me. Correct? This is my iman. Now, the miracle of the Quran, it removes the time-space factor from the miracle. I don't have to have been in Arabia in the 7th century to see this miracle. I can be in India in the 21st century. I can be in America in the 25th century, and I can still see the miracle of the Quran. The miracle of the Quran removes the time-space constraints on all the other miracles. And that is why the miracle of the Quran is called the eternal miracle, the everlasting miracle. It is a miracle I can touch, I can feel, I can see, I can recite. These are a miracle my senses can attest to, unlike any other miracle. So when the miracle is so powerful that it breaks the constraints of time and place, and it becomes an eternal and universal miracle, then that is the ultimate miracle. And this is the miracle that our Prophet Muhammad ﷺ has been given. In another indication of the power of the miracle of the Quran, look at the miracles of the other prophets. The miracles of the other prophets. Look at the Prophet Musa alayhi salam. He was given the miracle of the hand coming out and light coming. The miracle of the staff being thrown and becoming a snake. What was the purpose of this? So that they believe in the message. What was the message? The book, the Torah. So the miracles proved the message, correct? Prophet Isa alayhi salam, what happened? Same thing. Here are the miracles, I want you to believe in my message. Here are the miracles, this is my message. What happened with the miracle of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam? You see, the other books, the Torah, the Injil, the Zabur, they need these miracles to support it. They need these miracles to tell the people that this book is a book of God. But the miracle of the Quran is that it does not need supporting evidence. The miracle and the book have been combined in. The revelation is the miracle is the book is not in need of supporting evidence, it is the evidence and the message combined in one. What other miracle do you need for the Quran? The miracle of the Quran is so powerful that it does not need any other miracles to prove it. And this is why the Quran is such a powerful miracle. Now, I have said two factors that demonstrate the power of the miracle of the Quran. The first of them, removing the time-space factor, removing geographic location, removing an era, a year. I don't have to have been alive in 620 CE or in 10 Hijrah to have witnessed the miracle of the Quran, and I don't have to be in Arabia. It can be appreciated by all of mankind. And the second factor, the miracle is not in need of another miracle. The book is not in need of supporting evidence. The evidence is the miracle is the evidence, all combined in one, and that is the ultimate miracle which has made the Quran